Welcome back to the Elise Project, a space for remembrance, a place where we pour libation through words, a place where we honor the ancestors whose names are remembered and those whose names were lost to time. This space is an audio libation, an offering to the bloodline, because before we were here, someone survived. Before we spoke, someone prayed. Before we walked this earth, someone endured the unimaginable so that we could breathe today. So we honor them. Today we pour libation for the first daughters, the ones who arrived before anyone was ready, yet somehow they became the ones everyone depended on. We pour libation for the daughters who were born into the family line and unknowingly carried more than their share. The ones who stepped into the roles that were never taught but somehow understood. The first daughters, the watchers, the protectors, the interpreters of moods and silences, the ones who learned to read the room before they could read a book. The first daughters, the ones who held the line when the line was trembling, the ones who became the quiet strength for the bloodline, long before they knew what strength even meant. We honor the daughters who learned responsibility too early. We honor the daughters who listened for danger, who soothed what they could, who carried burdens that were never spoken out loud but felt. To the daughters who helped raise siblings while still trying to raise themselves. To the daughters who held their mothers while they cried. To the daughters who held their tongues when they wanted to scream. For the daughters who became strong before their time because life did not give them another option. We remember. Today we speak aloud what was once kept quiet. We name the sacrifice of the first daughter. We honor the first daughter who watched the younger ones receive the softness she prayed for, who watched them get poured into while she learned to pour into herself, who watched them be comforted while she learned to self-soothe in silence. We honor the first daughter who went without guidance, without gentleness, without room to fall apart. She learned to make do with scraps of attention, who became content with fragments of whatever emotional leftovers were available after everyone else was tended to. She was the one who learned the hard lessons first so the younger ones wouldn't have to. She was the one who absorbed the storms so the others could grow into calmer weather. She was the one who became the example, the experiment, the blueprint, even when it cost her pieces of herself. We honor the first daughter who swallowed her needs so the household could stay afloat, who learned to be grateful for crumbs because no one taught her she deserved a feast. We honor the first daughter who was told to be strong, to be quiet, to be patient, to to be understanding while the younger ones were told to be free. We honor the first daughter who learned to clap for others while no one clapped for her, who learned to celebrate their milestones while her own went unnoticed. To the first daughters who chose forgiveness, not because the wounds were small, but because their spirit was strong enough to break the cycle for the generations to follow. For the daughter who learned to cheer from the sidelines because she was never invited to rest in the center, and still she loved, she protected, she showed up, she stayed, even when she was tired, even when she was empty, even when she was unseen. We remember her sacrifice. We remember her hunger. We remember her longing. We remember her quiet endurance. May the first daughters of our bloodlines be released from what was never theirs to carry. May the weight fall off her shoulders like leaves releasing themselves. May she know rest, the kind that reaches the bone. May she know joy, not the borrowed kind, but the kind that rises from within. May she know softness, not as a luxury, but as a birthright. May they know that their worth is not measured by sacrifice. May they know that their value is not tied to how much they hold. May they know that love does not require exhaustion. To the first daughters of the past, the ones who held entire households together with their bare hands and tender hearts. To the first daughters of the present, the ones who are still learning to put themselves first without guilt, without fear, without apology. To the first daughters of the future, may they inherit freedom instead of fatigue, ease instead of expectation, joy instead of generational weight. We see you. We honor you. We call your names into the presence of the ancestors. We pour this libation in remembrance of your strength, your tenderness, your resilience, and your right to be held to. Ashe. And now, to every first daughter listening, to every first daughter carrying, to every first daughter healing, this is your call. This is your moment to reclaim yourself. If you are a first daughter, I invite you to lay it down today. Lay something heavy down, something inherited, something you were never meant to hold. Release one burden today, even if it's only in your mind. Even if it's only for this moment, let it fall to the earth. Let the ancestors take it from your hands. If you are the first daughter, I invite you to choose one act of softness for yourself, one act of nourishment, one act of rest. Not tomorrow, not someday, today. If you are the first daughter, I invite you to speak your own name with tenderness, to honor your own welcoming, your own becoming, to remember that you 2, deserve to be poured into. And if you love a first daughter, if you were raised by one, befriended by one, held together by one, your call is this: pour back into her. Speak life into her. Give her the tenderness she was denied. Let her know that she is not invisible. Let her know that she is not alone. This is the work. This is the offering. This is the shift. And so with this offering, with this remembrance, with this truth spoken aloud at last, we close this libation. May the ancestors carry these words to every daughter who never heard them. May the earth absorb this prayer. May we return to healing. May the lineage shift, even if by 1 degree, because we dare to name what was once unspoken. To the first daughters, may your spirit feel lighter. To the first daughters, may your heart feel seen. To the first daughters, may your path open with ease. We release this prayer into the hands of the Most High, the Divine, into the care of the ancestors, into the breath of the living, and into the promise of those yet to come. It is done. It is honored. It is sealed. We remember. We honor. We give thanks. Ashe.